Shoshone County's forests experience the frequent rains that refresh the Pacific Northwest. The moisture is a double-edged blessing, however. Annual rainfall heightens growth, but also exposes the region to greater risk of catastrophic fire when droughts now and then occur. And they do occur. Economic loss to the county and county government is also an important part of the story. In 1908, when President Teddy Roosevelt and Gifford Pinchot began staking out America's grand patchwork of national forests, Congress recognized that the federalization of forest lands represented economic losses to local community. Aside from removing vast tracts of forest land from tax rolls, counties would incur additional costs by having to maintain access roads, provide schools, and contribute to emergency services when called upon. An historic bargain was struck between the counties and the Forest Service. 1/4 of revenues derived from timber sales on national forests would go to county government. The arrangement proved satisfactory over the better part of a century. A vigorous local timber industry also meant jobs for local populations, children in local schools, commerce for local businesses, and tax revenues from property tax. With the decline in timber harvesting, so too did the 25% share of timber revenues going into county government decline and virtually disappear. The stalemate, the peril posed by massive forest fires, and the prospect of still worse conflagrations to come has prompted a number of important new initiatives in recent years. In 2000, Congress enacted the Rural Schools and Community Self-Determination Act, which is known in Idaho as the Craig-Wyden Act. Meantime, the Western Governors Association, facing up to the gridlock and wildfire across the West, fashioned a national fire plan. In 2003, Congress passed the Healthy Forest Restoration Act. Forest Service Chief Dale Bosworth has moved our national conversation about wildfire and forest management away from old ruts and focused it instead on the broad concept of how forest health may be improved. All these new efforts to recast the forest issue, however, have not yet consolidated the nation around a new consensus, nor have they given rise to the sort of broad and urgent action that many see as required. The county commissioners have been especially faced with the frustrating gap between, on the one hand, grand plans, and on the other, the paucity of actual, on-the-ground accomplishments. Despite the shadow of gridlock, Shoshone County has important forest and wildfire work to accomplish, and it has made the best use it can of resources state and federal government have of late put at its disposal. In 2002, a comprehensive wildland-urban interface, or WUI, fire mitigation plan was completed. Roughly 1/5 of the high-risk areas identified in the mitigation plan have been addressed so far.